From the office
Ireland
to the European Championships. This is what happened when I represented my country at the Euros. Padel is part of my life now, but it didn't start that way. This was me 2 years ago, answering emails on weekdays, watching Arsenal on the weekends. And then I found this sport and I got obsessed. I pressed pause on my career, flew to Malaga and trained with the best. I filmed it all, wins, losses and cringe. And as the defeats piled up, so did the views. That's when the doubt kicked in. After a week of hard training in Spain, the confidence started coming back little by little. And nothing compares to putting on that green jersey for the first time. So yeah, I guess you could say I was ready for the Euros. I was lucky enough to be selected for Team Ireland for the Euro Padel Cup after attending trials in April. Now I was arriving in Madrid for the biggest tournament of my life. Each year teams from across Europe battle for glory, and this time it was all going down at G24, a brand new state-of-the-art club built by former Real Madrid footballer Ezequiel Garay. Ireland were in Phase 1, where the lowest ranked teams fight for a chance to progress to Phase 2, alongside countries like Great Britain, Sweden and Netherlands. And beyond that, the elite stage, Phase 3, where giants like Spain and Portugal join the party. Our squad, myself, Oscar, Ollie, Harry, Leo, Lorcan, Shane and Brian, with Geronimo, a former world champion for Argentina, as our coach, and Alvaro, manager of the Irish women's team. The conditions? Let's just say fast. Even the Platonic forwards next to us were keeping a good pace. And after our first training session, we sat down for the draw, praying for a good group.
San Marino, Slovakia, Ireland, Cyprus, Kosovo.
And here it was. First up, Slovakia, a country with a long history of strong tennis players, like Martin Klizan, former ATP world number 24, who is now in their paddle team. The guy once beat Djokovic, so yeah, I was expecting fireworks. But their real danger? Talents like Spisiak, just 15 and already training at Spain's top academies. Hey guys, I really appreciate the comments, support and all the engagement on my videos, but please make sure you hit subscribe. It really helps support the channel and means I can still make videos for you all. And trust me, you're going to want to see what's next. I was first on court and the nerves were rising, but I wasn't the only one. Myself and my partner Leo had never played together before. We didn't know our opponents, and in these fast conditions, lobs were risky. So my game plan? Keep it low, wait for the right moment to hit a Chiquita or fast lob down the tee. On serve, go big, hit the volley and control the net. It was going to be important for me to be aggressive. I usually play on the right side, but today I'd be playing on the left. They took the break, but their next service game was a lot closer. I played quite aggressive here at the net, and we took that point. But when it was their advantage, Walter came in with a great pop-out. At 3-love down, we finally started to settle. Leo's net play stepped up, and I found some rhythm. They were putting so much pressure on us at the net. We were fighting for everything in defence. Sometimes that wasn't enough. Our lobs were not really penetrating through the court, and we were getting caught out quite a bit. 4-2 down, I felt like we were getting a little more used to the conditions. Some good defense from me, a great drop shot from the right-sided player again. And I did try some of these lobs down the tee, and they were quite effective, but they're very difficult to play when you're under pressure. And the conditions were so fast that once they got back to that net, it was hard to keep up. In these kind of matches, it's important to stay close in the score, and that's what we were talking about with our coach Geronimo. Maintaining our service games and keeping within touching distance of these guys. So we played pretty well on that game, took it, and we're 5-3 down, just one break now. They get the set point. Despite our best efforts, it drifted away from us. On to the second set. Leo with a great pop out, and we have a strong hold in the first game. At the changeover, Geronimo told us to target their right-sided player a bit more. Even though he was very strong at the net, he was also a little bit nervous and making some unforced errors. And on their serve, these were quite close and competitive games. But you can see that right-sided player again just steps in at the right moment and is able to dictate from the net and pop the ball out. On our serve, the Slovakians took this point and it went to juice, so they were just beginning to crank up the pressure on our serve again. But I came in with a big smash and we held. Now it was 2-2, everything to play for. Slovakia got a great point here at 2-2. This was a huge moment. And I think the lapse of concentration from both myself and Leo caused them to break. And 3-2 turned to 4-2. We were under so much pressure now, even on our serve. And then the match was over. Gutted. Not our best performance. Next up, Brian and Harry versus Klijan and Marco. So unfortunately we took another L. In the final match, the Jacobson brothers took on Spisiak. They fought hard to keep that second set on serve. But in the end, the Slovakians were too strong and took the win. We had to pick ourselves up. The next match was a must-win. We were up against Kosovo, who, just like us, needed a W to keep qualification hopes alive. And we started off great. Leo and Harry dominated, taking the match 6-2, 6-1. Then the Jacobsons. They started off really strong and took the first set 6-3. But the Kosovo fans were erupting and the energy shifted. They clawed back the second set 6-4. Despite a 3-love lead in the third set, they couldn't hold on. Kosovo took the final set 6-4. So it was 1-1 in the tie, all square. Now it's down to me and Brian. Take the win and we take the tie. Lose and there would be tears. We knew their left-sided player was stronger, but we had to mix things up. All about taking the net quickly and playing with courage. We held serve and applied the pressure. A good lob gave us a break point. But that right-sided player came in clutch. It's easy to get frustrated at missed break points, but we kept our focus. Playing aggressively on our serve, taking that net, trying to finish it relatively quickly, playing mostly on this right-sided player, mixing it up when it mattered. A little bit of Coelho there from me, and we're 2-1 up. On their serve, they weren't finishing everything at the net, so we knew we'd have chances. You can see some really long rallies in this game. We're desperately trying to put pressure on and get that break. Brian goes God mode, smashes it out, and we take the break, 3-1 up. The crowd goes wild. We're feeling great on the court right now. And slowly I can feel that me and Brian are beginning to really enjoy the moment, and that's when we play better paddle. But you can lose focus so quickly. Kosovo have a strong hold and then they go 30-love up on our serve. Pressure was on. But we hang in there, staying solid at the net. We finally hold, and we're 5-2 up. At this point, I say to Brian, let's just close this out. Let's try and finish this now. We don't quite do it on their serve, but we know that on our serve, if we're focused, we can take this set. And that one drifts out, we take the first set, adrenaline pumping through our veins, onto the second. Keeping our focus at the beginning of the second set is everything now. And then on their serve, Brian is having a cross-court battle with their right-sided player. And overall, I think this is a good matchup for us. But that lefty does have a trick or two up his sleeve, and he's very consistent and fights for every point. mistake comes and we take the break. That was so important to go ahead in this second set. And when the ball goes up at 40-30, there's only one thing on my mind. Bang. And at 30 or 4-3, I am feeling quite nervous now. And we're 5-3 up. Now I'm getting pumped. I want to take this match and we want to make sure we get that historic win for Ireland. This is it, I thought. One final push. Time to show courage. Time to close it out. We did it! A massive win for Ireland, beating Kosovo 2-1 and keeping our qualification hopes alive. Join us next time for battles against San Marino and Cyprus. Can we finally qualify, or will it all end in heartbreak?